Because what? What?
It is I, RipperX!
Hey guys, what's happening? It's your boy Rip. Well, today we're jumping into The Exiled. This just came out officially on Steam Early Access. A while back I had the chance to play The Exiled in super early alpha. The game title was actually originally called Das Tal, for anyone who remembers. But long story short, they put a lot of work into the game, and it's nice to see all their features and new improvements kind of come together right off the bat. So today, this is going to be my first playthrough of The Exiled. We are going to quickly jump through the tutorial, then it's off to the races. Now this game is full loot PvP in an open world. It's indeed sandbox with survival and strategic elements. And the game is definitely skill based, especially with some of the spells and shots that you get down the road. You're going to actually have to aim at your enemies or mobs. The Exiled is definitely not a game for the super casual player. No matter how good you are, you will be killed and you will be looted. But that's where guilds and clans and or friends come in, and for me, in all reality, I need to find a group ASAP. I don't really care who they are, I just want to find a group and jump in and actually have a team to work with, especially in this game, because as a solo player in this game, you're going to have a tough time. So right now, we are at the very beginning of the tutorial, but it's, for me at least, it's been a while since I've played, so I really want to figure out what class I want to kind of go with to start. The nice thing about this game is I don't have to essentially get stuck with one class. You know, I could essentially go to a dojo. I believe I go to a dojo, and you're able to switch. You're able to switch classes down the road. It's not too hard. You're not stuck with one class when you start. But for now, we do want to pick a class to play. I know that a lot of people go spear. Spear does a lot of damage. You do have decent protection. The Sith is always fun. I played that a little bit, as well as the bow, but I kind of want to try something new, and I think this could be it. The one thing I like about this build is I have a little bit of poison damage that I do. Also, I'm able to slow the opponent down just a little bit, but the nice thing is I can heal myself as well. So doing damage and also being able to heal yourself, especially me being a super noob, it's going to be nice to have a heal at some point, especially in some of these intense situations down the road here. Okay, so next up is the armor. Each set of armor does give you two different abilities that you can use on your hotbar. So we have Blink, which is a teleport. Any direction that I aim, I'm able to kind of get out of harm's way. That's going to be huge in PvP. And then we have something called Aurora of Healing, which is going to heal. Looks like myself. It has kind of a circle. Looks like if I have any allies or guildies with me, I'll be able to heal them a little bit as well with that, which is cool. And a Blink is pretty awesome, especially, again, in PvP, that's going to be huge. So for Splint Mail, let's check it out. Okay, more defensive stuff for sure. Ignore pain. Invulnerable to damage, but you lose some health over time. Then Barge pushes multiple targets away from you. Speeds up. If you push someone away, okay, that's cool. Probably better for melee there, I would say. For leather armor here, Captivating Spirit, okay, greatly increases your run speed, which is huge, and Drain Life, a buff that heals you for some of the damage you deal during its duration. Again, that would be nice if I was a ranger or archer. So I'm going to stick with, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be nice to stick with the robe just for the spells that I have. I think it's going to correlate a little bit better. You could really go any direction, though. You could have like a battle mage. You can have a mage that's just super, super heavy armor, but has spells as well. I mean, you can really try the combinations here. The nice thing about this game is, it's really there's no limits. You can kind of just do whatever. There's essentially no. It's a classless system for the most part, so you can kind of really. With the classes that we have, you can kind of really customize and do combos and stuff. So for now, I'm going to just test this out. But down the road, if something kind of works, I think it might be worth maybe checking out. Who knows? Maybe I'll use Splint Mail with my Battle Mage. Who knows? For now, I think it's going to be nice to have the robe at least. I do like the two spells. Blink is going to be huge. So one thing I'm noticing, I don't do a ton of damage with this, but kind of wearing over time, and again, that the poison number, I guess Q, is going to be pretty big as well. So. So again, this is nice for new players, people that really don't know what the hell they're doing when they first start the game. This is a nice little tutorial where you can kind of figure out the basics of the game. And then from there, we're actually, probably in the next minute or two, we're going to be seeing real players. And we'll see what happens. I have absolutely no clue who's going to be friendly and who's going to be mean. I'm sure there's going to be the majority of mean players. But then again, there's a lot of nice players as well. We'll see what happens. So looting and taking what we just gathered from that dead carcass is going to give us enough resources here to craft a weapon. A better weapon than what we have, I believe. And obviously down the road, when you get better resources, you're going to be able to craft a higher tier weapons all around. Same thing goes with armor. Oh, this should be fun. I'm feeling it. What do you guys think? Juice? Is that weird? No, that's pretty cool actually. I'm gonna go with cool. Craft it. It's too late. I love it. The booger juice totem. All right. Great start, guys. All right, let's actually go. I'm starting. The tutorial is important, but I'm starting to fiend here. I want to see other players here. Probably gonna get wrecked, but let's keep talking about the Exile, because there's a lot more features and some things that are interesting, and there's definitely pros and cons to both of them. Now, one of the things that they're going to be doing is something called seasons. So every 28 days, they're going to have a new season. Now, from my understanding, every 28 days, they will start a new group of game servers in different locations of the world, and at the end of each season, they will release the final leaderboards and world maps. So I guess the good news is that this keeps the game fresh. And because there really isn't a grind, it's fairly easy to kind of jump back in Season 2 and with your guildmates or whatnot and claim new spots and territory again. The downside is, well, Season 1, game world gets wiped from my understanding. So your character, everything gets wiped. So again, I do see the pros and cons regarding this feature. But I don't know, I do think it makes it more fun. A lot of games are starting to do seasons now. You take a look at Diablo, you take a look at Overwatch, many games are kind of bring that in. It does keep things fresh. People look forward to that, especially with the leaderboards front, and especially on the competitive front. Now, if there's a super crazy grind in this game, that would change things for me. I wouldn't be too happy to have a really high-level character that you spend a lot of time on get wiped. But again, for this game, it's pretty easy to level up here, and you know, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. It's more about the player versus player combat in this game. It's really about the PvP in the Exiled. It's going to make a difference. I mean, obviously there's mobs and resources which are needed to build up the bases, but once you have that, fighting other players and, you know, having guild drama, having enemy guilds and having ally guilds is really where this game excels at. And this is the type of game that thrives on players. If there's no players to play, if there's no population, a game that really thrives on PvP isn't going to, you know, essentially survive. So some of the best, you know, PvP games I've played, for the most part, have been games that solely relied on a player-driven economy. So if there's no players in a PvP game, there's really, you know, there's no life. So hopefully we can see this. Hopefully we can see some guilds come together and have some guild clan wars and have a decent player population. It sounds like there's a lot of buzz so far. A lot of people are playing the Exiled, so you know that's what happens with early access. A lot of people do play, but there have been mixed reviews on Steam, and I think a lot of people really haven't read up exactly on the game, and they jumped in and they didn't realize that it's going to be pretty brutal for the most part. This is going to be a brutal game, especially if you're on your own. So currently, in terms of price, they do give a 7-day free trial to check the game out. That's where most people are obviously playing this game. Free trial, you get 7 days, and then you can purchase this game. There is a couple different packs that you're able to get. I do believe basic pack is 20 bucks, and then from there you can go a little bit higher if you really like the game and want to get some extra goodies. Anyways, so really at the end of the day, wishing the dev team the best. These guys are super small indie dev company. Any small team I have mad respect for, because they dedicate their freaking life for years to put something out. So long story short, we are officially in the world. We are out of the tutorial and we are in you know, this is the big leagues. So now, from my understanding, there is VoIP in this game. You can actually talk to people via voice. When I hit tab, I'm able to go to different channels. So we have global, whisper, system, help, local, clan, etc. But if we go, you know, say we have a clan, we go into the clan channel, I can actually physically talk to people with my voice if you have a microphone. You can also do that in global, I believe, or maybe that's server. Maybe it's not global. Maybe it's just local and clan possibly. I think global would be super annoying actually. So hopefully that's actually not the case. But there is, again, there's VoIP in the game, which is cool. Definitely adds a different element. And it officially begins. I am getting attacked by a real player. He was obviously doing something, and then he saw me, and he just got really super excited. He's like, "Oh, let's get some free loot here." I'm level 1, dude. Chill out. I have nothing, literally. I'm gonna talk some shit in the chat. Oh boy, there's someone else. Okay, that's weird. Maybe it's a whole different. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I don't know if they're groups. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what essentially the dynamic is yet. This is essentially day 1 for early access. So a lot of new people probably just trying to level up, but I am actually really surprised I didn't die there, so that's good. Okay, so we are coming across, looks like a base that's been claimed and slowly being built here. So some of their stuff is up. There's a guy that's dead there, looks like. Castlevania, that's pretty sweet. So looks like the Dark Necro clan or something has this area claimed. I think if I would have hit Z, I would have ganked the guy. I think it's Z to gank. I forget. I kind of like the name Dark Necro, though. That's pretty cool. It kind of goes with my guy here as well. Kind of my totem shaman here. So, if you look at the map, it's actually a pretty decent spot. I feel like we're kind of in the middle of the map, and again on the north part of this map, there's usually harder mobs as well, which could be good for resources, I think. I'm actually heading towards a player group. I just want to see what's happening here. Huge Pioner, what's up? Huge Pioner. Greetings to you, my friend. I like your name. I like your guild name. Maybe he can invite me. Hold on, let's try this. It's like day 1 here. I do have a pet, my friend. I do. That's part of one of the packages. If you pay for the game, you get a pen. It's pretty sweet. Nice, thank you, man. Okay, it looks like I might get lucky here. If I get invited to this guild, I might actually have a bit of a foothold here in the game, and from there we can actually like claim this as home base and make a new best friend. Huge Pioner is essentially my new best friend here, guys. Well, this is good news. It looks like the clan invitation has been sent. Awesome. That's huge. For me, at least, it's huge. Again, I don't know these guys, but whatever. It's a good start. So if I can help them, I'm going to start to collect resources and slowly kind of help build their base up. But again, everywhere we go, we're going to probably find enemy players or just people that want to kill you. So, this should be interesting. It's nice, you can see in the bottom right mini-map, I see my clanmate as a green shield on the map. It's going to be nice, especially when you have a bigger clan. You can kind of really quickly figure out where they're at and come to their aid or vice versa if that, if that does happen. Well, the resource collecting begins. I got Huge as my teammate now, which is actually a huge deal. No pun intended. This is going to be nice. I can't do this solo. Some of these things are actually really hard to do solo, just because, for example, these eggs, they just hatch in numbers to the point where it's really hard to kill all of them. So having a second friend to help is going to really make it a big deal. And again, what we're going to get from this, I do believe, is some high-end resources that we're able to use to build up the base. Okay, so we are dropping some stuff off at a stash. This is essentially your local bank. It is not global. If you find a stash in another part of the game world, it's going to be a different stash. And so again, they're not connected. So remember where you put your goods, basically. Look on the map and remember that, again, that's going to be your local bank. It's not going to be global, and I don't know if they're going to have that, although it would be very nice to have a global bank. So good news, PvP is about to ensue. My boy, Huge, just found an enemy, and he needs some help. So the party begins. This is sweet. Okay, looks like it's a 2-on-2 here. It was a 2-on-1 for a second. Ooh, okay. I think it's a warning that killing new players repeatedly will make them want to quit, something like that. It's really nice again to fight, not solo. Having one or two buddies is always nice. But there are groups of 5 rolling around these parts, and that's not fun at all. This guy's gonna run. He's gonna run. Get the kill. Get the kill. Nice. Cool beans. Anything good? Nope. Okay. All right, nothing like low-level PvP to start here. No complaints. So guys, already in less than an hour, I have leveled, joined a guild, made a friend, and already made a few enemies, apparently. So, if you're a competitive player and like skill-based PvP, the Exiled is definitely worth checking out. Currently they have, again, a 7-day free trial, which will last for the duration of early access. And after that, the full game will be $20 on Steam for their basic pack, and then you can, again, pay more for the higher packs, and if you're, again, really into the game. So I really want to thank you so much for your time. This was my first official playthrough of The Exiled. I hope this helped in some way. Please let me know your thoughts on this game below this video. As always, my name is RipperX. We do have more information here at MMORPGcom. I will see you guys next week.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.